The hills are alive with the sound of racing.
And we're gonna destroy those hills.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a pretty much the dawn of the new season here for the low budgets. Here in 2014, the date is March 21st, and we have about 2 weeks before we should be on track with a car. None of these cars that you see, I don't know about that one, that one's not ours. But we have 4 big cars to look at, none of which are our worry quite yet. April 19th, I believe, is the first trailer race.
Correct. Now, with that, we just got told that we should have 2 small skid plate cars, enduro cars, demo derby cars,
yes,
whatever type of cars, but they're gonna be 2 compact cars, so that's looking great already. Of course, we just gotta wait to get them delivered here for us to get working on them. So in the meantime, what we gotta do is help figure out on what we need to do to these bad boys. Luckily not too much. I mean, they all run and drive. They just need tires, really, I think. I mean, that's part of what we're gonna be doing today, is just making sure that we're not gonna run them, we're not gonna drive them. You're probably not gonna see us today turn a wrench, but we just gotta visually inspect and write a list down and figure out things on what we need to get ready for that first trailer race event.
Now, the first racing night for Irwindale Speedway is tomorrow night. For some reason, we're not calling it opening night. Don't ask us why. But it is opening night here at Irwindale Speedway tomorrow night. And this is a touring series that is getting ready behind us. It's Friday night, so all these guys are getting ready to test it out. They have kind of funny rules in NASCAR how they test, but for those of you that know NASCAR, this is the K&N West series that's out here. I know that one thing we've been talking about is how to fix your bumper.
Yeah. I love when my bumper is literally falling apart. There's a big gash here. And the reason why this bumper keeps falling off, you see, is because this right here, these 2 pieces of material, this should be on my bumper.
It used to be.
And this is what my bumper should attach to. Well, it's still attached to it, but the rest of the bumper isn't. You see where it's been ripped. Remember from episodes back, we visually saw my frame bending. Yeah. This part of the frame should be sticking straight out. It's sticking more to the right. So the days of this car are probably numbered. I mean,
he says that, but you watch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my track record, this car has about 10 more races left because I usually fall out on lap 1 or 2. We gotta fix the radiator.
Is your radiator busted?
The radiator.
Oh, that's the first thing you did on Night of Destruction.
Then I ran out of gas, so.
You ran out of gas?
I know, you know what, I don't know. I don't know,
it wouldn't surprise me.
What I do know is the gas tank is empty, but I pulled off the track because of my radiator.
Is that a spare radiator back there? That's for a small car, isn't it?
That is, but hey, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You know how we do it. He also has 2 flat right rear tires. 2 flat rear tires.
I want to get to working on this left front fender a little bit more. Tire clearance, that's all. I mean, it's got clearance, but not much. Like every time I hit something, I can barely fit my finger between the fender and the tire, and that's with the tire turning right, so. Yeah,
you turn this thing, it's not gonna turn left.
My mirror is fine how it is.
It could use some work. There.
All done.
Not a lot happened to this car, that's the thing.
My tire is finally flat. I think I've driven more than the 50 miles it's told me.
I think you're missing a lug nut.
Jeffrey, don't tell him everything about my speed secrets, okay?
Alright, son.
Calm down.
Oh man, you lost your football?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, so basically what we're looking at for this 96 car is kind of just front end maintenance. We've done it before, and I won't be surprised if we do it again with the bumper where we just chain it and do better.
Yeah, we're gonna actually spend time to figure it out. Now, let's go back up here.
So now let's see the damage that happened on Night of Destruction. A brief...
You actually lucked out in a lot of ways.
Did I?
You sure did. I think the biggest damage your car had
is the hood.
Is the hood. And as far as cosmetic damage, there's no other damage on this car.
What?
Than cosmetic damage.
You know, now real quick, my favorite part about this damage is the fact that this was one of the smallest hits of the night. Yeah. For me.
And the reason why the hood buckled so much like it did is because it's still hooked onto the hood hinges, which are springs, and the material is so weak that it couldn't handle it.
I was on the brakes when I went into the trailer at this point, so it's a good thing. Imagine what the hood would look like if I went in full throttle.
Now, did you hit right here? It makes sense. That also looks like your boat damage.
No,
Because it looks like you hit something here and it shoved it over that way. You see what I mean? Since you damaged how it buckled in.
That might have been something else though. Yeah, I mean, look at this.
When we get this thing off. Now, here's what we were thinking. We take the hood hinges off, we run a piece of metal, a threaded rod from the frame up through to here. Cut a hole on each side, and then the hood is literally gonna be bolted down. No more opening and closing.
Yeah.
You take the hood off to work on it, under the hood, and you put it back on, bolt it down.
I would guess that what's gonna end up happening is we're going to do something funky for the first trailer race in April, because it's so close to happening.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I imagine that's definitely the long-term fix for this thing. If we could do it before then, that'd be great, but I don't think we're gonna kill ourselves to do it.
Luckily, hood hinges for the most part are just bolts, so we can pop them off real quickly.
Yeah. I door slammed somebody.
Yep. Robin's racing, right?
Yeah.
If we could pry some of this out, because you are really close.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's on your tire.
Is it revving?
Well, I can barely, much like my Cadillac, I can barely get my fingers between. It's that much of a clearance.
One of those fixes you just wouldn't think you'd have to make. I'm missing something.
Where'd your trailer hitch go?
Robert Rice got rid of it.
Hey, you two were in a dueling battle. The fans were going crazy, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Damage happens. What happened was we welded it to not the best place, but it actually held for a long time. The inner bumper bar finally just literally broke in half and split it off.
Yep.
So we just got to do some touch-up work on it.
Right? I mean,
on this side,
on the outside, it's very fixable. It's doable.
There's a bullet hole right here. Can't see it, but there's it.
But there's one issue inside the car.
Your seat is a little busted up here. But what the hell happened there?
What I love is this happened after the race was over. This happened in the pit area. The shifter just straight up broke.
The shifter column mechanism still works. It's just the actual casting of this broke. So back in here, behind here, you can't see it. But anyways, this broke off. This piece broke off from this piece. Here's a better view of it. This right here broke. See how it just completely broke off like a piece of plastic? Well, it's not really plastic. Old age broke that off there. So we gotta just use a pair of vice grips on it or get creative somehow, but it'll be fixed. I mean, I moved this car with a pair of pliers, so.
For those of you that remember this car.
This car's got a short story possibly. Shayla's car, there is literally not much to do unless something crazy pops up other than changing out the right front tire. And let's look, it's already got a tire for us. This tire is flat. And so that's about all we need to do. Is Shayla's a hell of a driver. It looks like it drove into a hill. What's funny is this hill, it poured a few weeks ago and it was about like that, but then it all kind of mudslid into that. So we're gonna have to dig this car out. This is what we're gonna have to do.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Folks,
look at, they've already got a spare tire for us.
There's a lot of little work to do, but I mean, going into a season compared to last year, if you guys remember last year, we had this car to get ready, we had this car to figure out what the fuel issue was, we had this car to just, it's Tommy's car, so it's crazy, and we were just finished getting this car ready. Now it's funny because that's the car that has the biggest question marks, but it's also the car that is the least important.
That's the amount of sweat we're putting into that thing couldn't even fill up a sponge.
Overall, Tommy, I'd say going into the season, I don't want to jinx anything, but I like where we are right now. We haven't even started working. We're already well into March, but I honestly think that where we're sitting, I think we'll be okay come the, what, 3rd or 4th week of April.
And as we close out this, folks, you know how us and our trailers, we might have a surprise for the opening race of the trailer racing season.
This is something that we're planning on fixing, right?
This is my trailer. As we all know, the biggest trailer out there.
Yeah.
With nothing on it usually.
Yeah, you don't even have the board anymore. We can't have BronyCon on this anymore.
No, we can't. No way, Jose. All right, so this tire looks great. And that one is a little crooked. Wouldn't you say, Jeffrey?
A little.
So we got to change out the axle on this. Throw that axle away. We got another one at the house. I gotta pull it out and then slap it on there, and we're good to go.
What car has the most work to do?
Definitely yours.
Do I get a trophy for that?
Yeah, busted knuckles and and worn out muscles.
If we had all this to do, we'd be like, dude, we're never gonna get it done. But I think after what we did last year, I think we have a very good feeling headed into 2014.
I can't wait to hit something with your power steering cooler.
That's one fix that we didn't mention. The power steering pump thing, not pump,
the
but
hose is leaking again. So okay, so we got to fix the hose.
Or just keep filling it up. Our first skid plate race is April 5th. We don't have those cars. We probably won't see those cars till the night before.
April 4th, yeah.
Yep. So and that would even be that'd be good for us. So yeah.
Good day, yeah.
So a lot coming on this season of the low budget, season number 2, 2014. You excited?
Oh man, I've been waiting all winter.
And not 1, not 2, 3 nights of destruction.
Get out here to Irwindale Speedway. Don't miss it.
But what if they do?
We'll run right through you.